Hello and welcome everyone to this new series of videos which I've named as Let's Automate. So guys, in this series I plan to post videos around automating the old school equipments that we have at our home. We will also see how we can build some interesting smart home devices. The best thing about this series is that if you want to build any of the devices that you see in upcoming videos, you need absolutely no understanding of writing firmwares or Arduino platform, and it just doesn't involve writing any type of code. So all that you will end up doing is just purchasing a couple of components, connecting them together and flashing a firmware on the device, and these firmwares will be provided along with the respective videos, and that is all it will take to automate a product or build a new device which can then be easily controlled over Wi-Fi using your mobile application or your desktop browser. Another good thing about the videos in this series is that the APIs that I'm going to use to control these devices, or the APIs that I'm going to provide to you people to control these devices, are all open in nature. So what it means is that any developer who would like to extend the functionality of the current application, the current devices, or to build even a better user interface will be able to do that. The things that we are going to automate will have the capability to be controlled over internet. So it means that you can build all sort of web enabled applications as well as control these devices using voice interfaces like Google Home and Alexa. So without wasting much time, let's proceed with our first video of this series. So guys, across the series and the videos that we are going to see in future, we'll be using a couple of common tools and softwares. So in this very first video, I intend to download the softwares and the tools and set up your system so that it becomes very easy when you follow the upcoming videos. So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about setting up the system. Next, I'm going to talk about the boards or the hardware that we are going to use across the videos under this series. Also, I'm going to talk about the installation of Flash Tool and other softwares. Towards the end of the video, I will be giving a small demo on how to flash the associated binary to your ESP-12 or to your ESP-32 boards. Now guys, let's have a quick look at the hardware. In this particular video, I'm not going to talk about all the hardware components and devices that we will be using in future. So in this video, I'm going to just talk about the ESP-12 board and the ESP-32 boards, which are available on Amazon. And for any of the devices or automation needs which are pretty simple or which doesn't need a lot of features, we will be using ESP-12 board. For anything which is a little more demanding in terms of computing power or more features, then probably we'll be using ESP-32 board. Now there is a bit of difference in the pricing of both the boards. To keep our ideas cost effective as well, we will primarily be using ESP-12 board. So guys, let's have a quick look at the ESP-12 board on Amazon. Now the only reason for me giving an Amazon link is just to show you the product. So I mean, feel free to buy it from any of your preferred shops or online vendors. Let me also show you the ESP-32 device. Now this is the ESP-32 device. If you notice, there is a difference of some $200 between ESP-12 and ESP-32. And again, if you try to buy it from the offline stores, you probably will get it at a lot more cheaper price. So again, I leave that decision up to you whether you want to buy it online, offline, or you want to buy it from any of your preferred vendors. Feel free to go ahead with that. Now let's have a quick look at the software and the tools that we will be using for our upcoming videos. The first is the ESP downloader tool, and this is the tool that we will be using to flash the binaries into your ESP-12 and ESP-32 boards. So clicking on this link takes me directly to the download site and downloads the file as well. Now this is the place where the file has got downloaded, and I'm going to right click and extract the tool here only. If you want, you can copy this tool to your preferred location and extract there. So now I have the flash download tool ready with me. the next thing I would like to do here is go and download the binaries. Now here we have two binaries, the fast blink binary and the slow blink binary. So these are just nothing much but demo binaries. If you can see right now in the camera, the fast blink binary has already been uploaded. The onboard LED is blinking pretty fast. Now as a matter of demo, what we'll do is, like, we will just upload the slow blink binary and see if the speed of blinking reduces. Before we can proceed, we have to download both the binaries. I will click this one. I will also download the fast blink binary. Now let's go to the Flash tool. So here we go and launch the Flash tool. The board that we are using is ESP12, so the chip type should be ESP8266, and we should stay in the development mode and click on OK. Now this is how the tool looks like. So looks like all the settings are okay. Only thing that I see here out of sync is, like, for a 4 megabyte chip or a 4 megabyte ESP12, we should select 32 megabit as the flash size. And then here you can see that there's an option to select a file. So here we have to select the file that you want to flash to the device. So here we're going to select blink slow binary. So guys, if you notice that every name has got an address hexadecimal value attached to the end. So basically this is nothing but the address to which it should be flashed for it to work appropriately. So now I'll copy this and paste it here. I will also select this particular binary by clicking on this checkbox, and then I am going to click on a start. So if the settings are appropriate, you will shortly see that in this detected info text area, you will be able to see all the information about the chip that you have. Okay, sorry. So now we also have to select the COM port. So to check the COM port, we have to go to device manager. So normally what happens is, like, every time you connect your ESP12 board, it gets listed over here. It connects over a port and the port gets listed. Now let me quickly show you by disconnecting the board. Now I just removed my ESP12 board and you can see that the port has disappeared. Now once I connect it back, you can see that it has reappeared, and at the end you can see the COM port number, that is COM5. So here we have to provide the COM port number, that is COM5, and then this is the baud rate that should be selected for the things to work appropriately. Now let's proceed with the flash process. Now you guys can see that the information of the chip has been correctly detected and the process of flash is in progress. It just finished. Now before we can see the ESP chip, or before we can see the onboard LED on the chip blinking, all we have to do is just reset this board by pressing this button. So now you guys can observe that the LED is blinking pretty slow. Now just for the sake of ensuring that the process that we did is actually working and it's actually correct, we'll just go back and select the fast binary and reflash the device. Now once this process is completed, the onboard LED on the ESP12 board should start blinking fast once again. Now let me just click on the reset button. So now you guys can clearly observe that the LED blinking in fast mode again. So guys, here we have 3 more additional softwares which probably are optional, which you might not be needing on day 1, but I would suggest that you install these softwares now, so it becomes easier for you when you follow any of the upcoming videos. So the first one is Putty, and this software is basically used to connect to your ESP12 device over USB, and it basically helps you to see any of the console messages that the device might be sending back to the laptop. This is basically meant for debugging purpose. So I already have Putty installed on my machine, so let me quickly show you how it works. So once I launch Putty, I will click on the serial port and the speed should be 1.5200. Now this is something I will document it somewhere, and the COM port we already have seen is COM5, and we will click on open. Now you guys can see we are getting some console messages getting printed in a little haphazard manner. I'm not sure why it is happening like that, but again we are able to get those console messages coming from your ESP12 board coming back to your laptop. So now I will close this. The second software that you see here is the Bonjour browser, and I already have it downloaded and installed. So let me show you that one as well. So now this Bonjour browser actually helps you discover any of your network devices which supports MDNS. So for example, if you can see here, there are a couple of devices like you can see the IP address of this particular device over here. So similarly, if we build a smart home product in future and you connect it to your home Wi-Fi, so there are two ways. Either you go to the settings of your Wi-Fi router and discover the device from there, or the better way would be like having your Bonjour browser in place, and you can get the IP pretty easily from here itself. So this is what Bonjour browser will be used for. And then the third application is basically an Android widgets application. This if you want, you can install it now on your Android phones, and the detailed usage and the reason why we need this is something I will probably show you in in the upcoming videos as and when we use them. So basically it is nothing very technical. It is just a small application that helps you create shortcuts and widgets on your mobile home screen, and by clicking on these simple widgets, you can execute some commands, or you can issue some commands to your smart device. So we'll talk about this in detail once we see the devices in action, or once we start building our own devices. So guys, this is it pretty much, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos, and very soon I'll be posting my first video around automating an old amplifier, and I will give it a shot to convert a manual potentiometer to a Wi-Fi enabled and Wi-Fi controlled potentiometer. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel just to ensure that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Till then, stay tuned guys. Have a great day. Thank you.